All right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach CBA. To my left, your right, is my man, Coach Jay. And in the YouTube chat, there's our risk disclosure. Everything that we go over is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice. It's not a signals class. I repeat, it's not for signals. But here we go. These markets are rocking. I'm going to do a quick top-down analysis. And yeah, just jump in if you see something, Coach Jay. Cut me off. Obviously, markets come first. Daily chart here in the NASDAQ. What a messy market. Messy market. VIX still above 25, and it's been in the 20s for a while. The one thing I'm noticing is this was that major level of support in NASDAQ. NASDAQ daily chart. Major level of support around the 24,550s. It was also a major resistance earlier this year, back in August, September. You can see that's major resistance level. And we broke down. We broke down through it, came back, tested it. So is this a breakdown, a retest, and then do we get continuation? Right? That's one thing that's on my mind. Traders are saying no sound.
You sound good to me.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I don't know. Well, turn it up if you guys can't hear it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But anyway.
Bruno says we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Bruno says we're good. We're good. Sounds fine. Sounds like a you problem. For those that can't hear it.
Probably can't hear us say that, but.
No. Yep. Yeah, hopefully they're reading the chat. Maybe they got a good troll on us. But Anyway, looking for that breakdown in the NASDAQ. That's the first question. Or do we just break back into this resistance hanging around 25,000? That's been the line in the sand for quite some time. Zoom into an hourly chart. It is Wednesday night, Thursday's price action. And yeah, we're still in this kind of consolidation since that big candle on the 23rd, that huge rally from 24,760s. We're on the inside of this. I was looking, kind of hoping that we don't break out yet. Maybe more consolidation. I mean, key level for me is going to be right here at this 24,500. I was talking about this during fast market. Looking for us to break out on to the long side. I was leaning that we'd break out there. I was kind of saying that, if we don't break out, I'm okay with it. Maybe we look for a retest of these lows or make a higher low, kind of some type of a wedge formation for a breakout higher. That's my ideal scenario. Anything can happen. We could easily just break down and sell off down to these lows. Very neutral, obviously. And zoom in. Not really much happening still. This is a messed up market. Very headline driven. What are you seeing, Coach Jay, in NASDAQ?
Exactly that. These markets are just chopping around for the past 2 days. A whole lot of overlap. Since we printed that candle on Monday, we haven't left pretty much 50% of that candle. Every 30-minute candle, for the most part, has traded to that 50% area. There is overlap on top of overlap. If you're a range trader, this is where you want to eat. Buying it anywhere below 3, kind of buying it here and looking for the rotation back up to these 500s and selling it above 500. But anything in the middle is just asking to get chopped up. Headlines are coming out, but they're not moving these markets on a higher time frame. Again, we're just kind of glued to this 50% area here. So it looks very messy. And crude oil looks the same. Gold maybe is a little bit better, but they all kind of look very similar here. So I think get comfortable with these ranges. We understand what caused this spike, and I think we don't trade outside of this range until we get some resolution on if we actually get a ceasefire or not. So for now, we kind of just sit here.
Fair enough.
It feels like something we probably get an update on over the weekend. That's when they like to drop that real big news.
Fair enough. I know the president, the U.S. president, loves to drop the positive news during the week. For the markets to react. So, yeah. And now here we are in gold. I talked about this one. I even shared that my kind of hashtag slow markets. You during slow markets tuning in, you get to you get the analysis as I do it, so you know exactly what I'm referring to on this gold. I talked about it, social media, on Twitter, on Instagram. You guys get that a little bit later, so there it is. When I'm not on air, that's where you can follow me. We can do a hashtag slow markets. Get to those sooner rather than later. The sooner you post it, more likely I will share it here. If you're new, go ahead, tag me in it. Make sure it's trading related, whether it's a trade setup, your trader station, computer setup, whatever it is. And if I like it, I'll share it live on air in front of everybody. So here's the gold daily. We only get a new candle once a day. That's why it's daily chart. We can see this was that major support and resistance level here in gold. We bounced off of that really strong. I had an amazing trade. I was very happy with this one. Very small size too. The biggest size I had this week was like a mini and a half. That's like 1 mini and then 5 micros in gold, and it played off very well. If he was also joining last night, Leslie, how about that Intel trade? That Intel, it was up 7% today. I was happy. I got in at a good price last night, and it paid. It paid me off pretty well. Love when things like that just work out and go your favor. But here's an hourly chart. I talked about this one last night. I shared this on social, but this was that flagging pattern at a major level of support. We broke out. We tagged these 500s. I did cut off my positions a little too early, obviously, a little too early. You always wish you had more on and let it run. Next place we hit was these 5,600. We tagged it. We're getting some selling. However, if we extend this trend line, could this be an area where gold just bounces? Can gold just bounce off this and maybe come up and make a new session or maybe a new high? So that's what I'm looking for right now going into tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of this week. Is this kind of a rally, consolidate, breakout, come back? What was resistance here at these 44.90s, this level right here, key level where we broke through? Is that becoming support? What was resistance? Is that becoming support here right now over the past couple hours? And do we see a leg higher? Man, this is actually looking pretty juicy for a leg higher. I mean, we're seeing some buyers stepping in tonight the last 15 minutes. Coach Hoop, you see, up $25. So we're already seeing some buyers stepping in. So I'm going to get some music going. I'm going to look for some trades. I'm bullish on gold going into the rest of this week, and obviously headlines take priority. We've been experiencing how these headlines-driven market have been very sporadic. Sizing down, widening your stops is very, very crucial. The smaller the size you have, the wider the stop you could handle. For example, a $300 stop using, 5 minis is not very wide. $300 stop using 1 micro, you could have a 200-point stop. So even though you have a wider stop, it doesn't mean you're risking more. It's the point of sizing down anyway. Anything you want to add to gold, Coach Jay, before we get the music going and get these questions?
Let's take a look here at gold on the daily. So we had this high volume candle from Monday. Was that Monday? Yes, that was Monday. The high of that candle, 45.48? 45.37.
Okay. Yeah.
45.37 is that high. So we've looked above it. I'm looking for, whenever gold closes above this, I think that we see a pretty quick rally, maybe back up to 5,000s. But we're trying to decide whether or not that's going to be the case, right? We looked above that high today. I do like potential longs here off this 200 moving average on the 30-minute. We had price trade below it. Volume didn't. But if I'm getting long, I'm looking at this high of this candle as the potential resistance for now. If we can see some volume trade above that, we can see for the session yesterday where that VWAP started to flatten out. Right, as soon as we got above the high of that candle, VWAP flattened out, and we lost the momentum that we had on the way up to it. So I am leaning somewhat bullish because we are holding above this 200 moving average. But if volume fails to buy above here, then we could see a quick move to the downside. Right now, there's a potential long here right now.
I just clicked in get long. I'm long for 45.11.
Yeah, I don't hate this trade. I'm long as well here. I'm just trading a combine right now. I think I might take the live account off for the rest of the week. Maybe wait for some cleaner price action, some cleaner trades. But I'm in long with you here. 45.13s. Where'd you get in long?
I got 45.11.6. We had that pullback. We was talking about it. Buyers stepped in. I got in. I was one of them. And yeah, dang, here we go. Wow. Wow. All right. 45.17s here. See if we could get through this. Session highs are going to be, where are the session highs tonight? 45.30s. So, man, we got a ways to go. If the buyers want to just keep pumping this. Just, yeah, tighten up that stop. Already up 80 ticks. Man, forget how volatile this market really is.
Buy it and it goes up.
I mean, 100 ticks on gold is an amazing trade. I mean, now it seems like you do that in that was a minute, a couple of minutes. Wow, what a move. What a move.
Are you up? You still in?
I'm still in. I was hoping to get into like 3 contracts here.
Buy them as it's going. Gotta hit that market button. Shout out to Andre.
I know. Look at it. Whew. Wow. It's going into these 20s, 24s. 120 ticks.
45.38 is the interesting spot here for me. That's the high of that candle that I said I'm looking for a potential daily candle close above. Let's see if we get up here.
Look at this. Wow. Would you look at that? Tune into Slow Markets, not just for the good looks and music.
Equity's catching a little bit of a bid here as well.
All right, that 5-minute just closed. It closed right near its highs. So let's see how this candle. Let's see how we react on this candle. New 5-minute candle. Maybe this 5-minute candle we get a nice little wick down and then break through these 25s. Oh yeah. Just call it out, Dakota. Let's
I like that rejection from sellers there. Yeah, they tried it as soon as that candle opened up. Held those 20s pretty nicely.
We got new 5-minute candle forming. First minute's through, or made that wick to the downside to the 520. See if we could break through these 25s. There we go. 26s. Rejection at 26 right there. Let's look. I don't even know what.
Really no size on the order books to worry about here. This is a pretty thin market if you look at the big contract in gold.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
There you go.
See money, take money. Let's take it. Boom. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in Slow Markets. Catch you all tomorrow. We just end it. Should we just end it there?
Trail. Yeah, I mean, we could. Of course, it's not a trading signal, but sometimes you only need one good trade. I'm trailing this one. I'm 10 points in the money right now. If we get back below the open of this 3-minute candle that just opened, then I would get out there. This is a potential area of rejection here, but let's see if the market can make a run at these 38s. Nice trade there, Dakota, in the live account.
Yep. And take care, everybody.
All right. New highs of the day there.
Could you imagine? I mean, why not? That's what we have, that luxury as traders, right? We show up. We're our own boss. We're our own boss.
Yeah. That could be it.
Man.
You know what? I mean, how many times has someone had a great trade to start the day, and then you're like, oh yeah, every trade is gonna be like that, and then that was the one trade that was like that for the day, and everything else is just giving money back, right? So
Yeah, many times, man.
You ever been there before?
Many times. Like, oh man, I should have just had one and done. Be done first 15 minutes, and then call it good.
All right, let's see if
I
just
think
looking
we
for
could break
these
through
candle
these
structure
session
to hold
highs.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap. Yeah, these 30s.
Adding one as we break.
30 session highs. Session highs. It's going.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Yeah, they got me. They stopped me out. All right. Nice trade. Show's over.
Show's over. Yeah, we call it good. Hey, we're traders. That's all. That's all you need. One and done. What do we talk about now? We move on to the next. You guys, that was the trade of the night. That was, I'm gonna be honest, Coach Jay. That was a trade that I would be okay holding for into like tomorrow.
Okay.
If I was to get into multiple contracts right there, let's say I was able to get into 3, take profit for 2 on this bounce, hold one till like I did the analysis on that higher time frame, right? That hourly chart, zooming out, saying that this is a good chance of where we can bounce, and looking for a push higher, maybe back up to 600s and a break through 600s. I would be okay with holding a trade like this as a little bit of a swing trade.
Coach Hoop talking about soybeans in the chat. Soybeans moving higher here. It actually doesn't look like a bad trade right now either. Yeah. Anyone else get that trade in the chat? Of course. Hopefully you followed your own analysis. I see Arkham Doc in the chat. Got it. Nice job.
Checking some news. Did Zach Wilson move? Saints. He did sign with the Saints, huh? I'm gonna ask him about that.
Gotta make a trip to New Orleans then.
Yeah, I might have to see if get some free tickets. I seen him yesterday at the gym.
Nice. Question in the chat. So why not hold on to it, Dakota?
It's just one contract. See money, take money. If I was able to get into like 3 contracts, yeah, I'd still be in one. Hold it, trail it.
What do we make of crude? Trade the range until we get the headline that finally breaks us out of it. I think that's how you have to approach crude right now. What about you, Dakota? Are you looking at crude?
1 year
contract. Oh, you looking at Zach Williams contract? Okay, there you go.
Yeah, 1 year contract to the Saints. Hey, you know what? If I was gonna have one job in the NFL, that would be it. Backup quarterback. You get paid, you travel with the team, you get a ring.
It's not a bad job.
Not a bad job. Man. Who am I kidding? Nothing beats trading. Nothing beats trading. We're traders. We love it. Trying to let my winners win and cut my losers. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Backup field goal kicker. Ooh.
Yeah, do they keep them on the roster long though?
It's a 1 year contract. I'm
saying a backup kicker.
Oh, I don't. Green Bay needs something like that.
Yeah, we'll just get the equipment manager to do it. Let's see. It is still holding this kind of flagging pattern. That is somewhat of a measured move, though, that we just got in gold. Curious if there's one more leg, maybe.
Let's take a look. What's the NASDAQ doing? Man, NASDAQ just caught a bid off those lows.
Is gold selling? Yeah, crude oil selling. Wow, look at that.
Wow, there goes. There goes.
There are some buyers in these markets tonight.
Dang, Coach Hoop, is that true? Dude, I tell you, he has some nice cars that he just pulls up too. I'm like, You know when he's at the gym.
ES bounced off that 200 moving average. Yeah, it did. That's what I'm saying. Like, very similar to gold. I don't hate buying here. We're just at the lower extreme of the range. That 200 moving average is pretty supportive. It's when we start getting into the middle of this range is where I probably don't want to be putting on too many executions, but we'll see.
Yeah, what a move. What a freaking move. Let me see what's going on here in this stock. I mean, there's plenty more room to the upside. We're only up 0.08. We're just 20 points past settlement. So plenty more room to the upside. Wow, look at it going through these 400s. Who's long, chat? Who's long? Tag me. Do the hashtag slow markets. I know these traders are trading that up. That's a 100-point move since we started slow markets. What's gold doing? Is gold still pumping? Not really. Not really.
No. Equities kind of took over the show.
Yeah, they did. And that was fast.
Oil's selling a little bit here. 9107s. I'm almost done asking, did we get a headline? I don't know that I care anymore. Not the headlines, to be honest.
I've called my silver entry and exits. Nice work. Good evening, Dakota. Jake. Good.
Nice job.
Hey, the president's doing his best keeping these markets afloat.
Yeah, who knows what I'm feeling, right? It's like, okay, there's going to be a headline out every 5 minutes. It starts to lose its luster a little bit, right? Like, give us whatever the big headline is, and then let me just focus on the charts.
Have we went longer than an hour without a headline?
Since Monday, no.
It's been
since Monday, no.
Wild.
Yeah, it's headline after headline.
Yeah. Coach Hoop, you're over it. Yeah.
Is it important on a higher time frame? Absolutely. But I think when you are trying to make decisions on a very short time frame based on them, to me it's tough. I know there are traders that do it. Shout out to Rips. I know he does it, but Andre does it as well. But for me, it just gets a little too noisy. And I think with reading volume, reading momentum, you kind of see it in the flow of the market anyway.
I mean, it's difficult to do, right? I'll get in with the momentum sometimes on like a technical break or bounce. And if I'm not quick, those are dangerous for me because it could just go. And it's so volatile. I mean, imagine being short this. It's A1 setup, right? Your A++ setup, everything's working fine. Headline hits and boom, it blows you out of the water with slippage. Worst feeling in the world. And you did nothing wrong, right? Like, yeah, it's a profitable system. You've been back testing, you've been trading it for months or even years, and it's just headlines come in and do the damage. Just understanding it.
Oil catching a bid now.
Out 300 to 400. Well, let's see it. Like I said, tag me in it. Tag me in it. Hashtag slow markets. Show it. Prove it.
Oil catching a little bit of a bid. Made a high of the day, 91.55s there. Last trade, 91.38s. Gold's still somewhat holding this flagging pattern here, holding above 45.22s, but not really seeing too much of a trade opportunity here.
Man, that NASDAQ was a heck of a trade.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of let things slow down. Bottom of the hour in 2 minutes. Let's see what happens in there.
Coach Hoop asking about the euro. I think it's gotten down to a target that I was looking for, right? If we cut that Monday candle in half, we just tagged the 50% of it. So I wouldn't be surprised at a little bit of a relief bounce into the 200 moving average since we closed below it. Right now, volume is still in that first 30-minute range. But I don't hate the idea of a long maybe back up into this 200 moving average here. Kind of using this 50% level as a line in the sand. Just hit VWAP on the 3-minute. Yeah, it did. It's not really going anywhere. It's kind of too flat. Like gold, it looked a little bit better. It's a little flat here. Where I wouldn't mind buying it, but maybe somewhere closer to this 50% area. It's a great market to trade though. And I think out of the currencies, Canadian dollar's been moving the most. That's the one that looks like it's actually ready to sell off more here. This looks like it wants to go.
Yeah, here we go. Bottom of the hour. See what we want to do here. NASDAQ kind of pulling back just a little bit. Gold hesitating here as well. Man, I still like a breakout here on gold.
It's holding. It's holding that, holding this pattern here. Let's see, on a 3-minute, we did have that measured move, but we got a little bit of a pullback. This last pullback was about 10 points. So far, we've seen about a 10-point pullback, so I could see it. Really nothing at the bottom of the hour there. Question is, where does your risk go in gold if you do take that long?
Right under the 22s. It looks good, man. I'm gonna take it. Let's take it. Let's take that. Let's play for a break through session highs again. We break through these 45.30s. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Oh. I got in 45.26 evens. You see us go. All right, just get out. Timing is important here. Struggling for a second. Come on, get going, gold. There we go. There's some buyers stepping in. Get over these 30s. No? Maybe a retest? Trying it again? $27s. It's very volatile, back and forth and back and forth.
It is. It definitely is.
I'm just gonna scratch this one. I don't like how long we're taking. We might still break out, and I'm going to say, dang it. But it's not worth the risk here. So scratch. I'm going to get out. Sometimes the best trade is the one to manage risk. So that's what I'm going to go with. Risk management trade is what that one was.
Could always get back in, but it's definitely consolidating. That volume that we saw to start the session, where we both jumped on that trade, that is not the same market right now. So I like it price wise, but the flow is just not there yet for a continuation.
No, I thought maybe we'd get like some momentum right at the bottom of the hour.
Yeah. Trading less volume in these 3-minute candles here. Coach Hoop saying rollover is going to cloud it up a little bit. When is it not rollover?
So feels like it's always going in or coming away.
Always rollover. Hey,
yeah.
Something's always rolling. Something's always rolling. What is everybody looking at in the chat? Let us know what you guys are trading.
Yeah, see some of that.
How's everyone's nights going so far?
We got a couple hashtags slow markets. Go ahead and tag me. Come on, let's see. I know traders like to wait until after the trade plays out. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of wicks on the 5-minute. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well right there. That's what I was okay with. I'm still bullish gold, but trade what we see. Trade what we see right here. Gold. I'm 30 days in my live account. Still alive. Great work.
Nice job, Maria. 30 days. That's a milestone.
That's a milestone. That's a big one.
That is a milestone for sure.
A real big one.
Is there a way to get a break-even button on the live account? Yeah, it should already be there. Once you're in a trade, that break-even should show up on I'm not on my live account right now, but that break-even should show up as soon as you're in a trade. It's not going to show up, like even now, right? It's not going to show that break-even button. But if I get in a trade, then that break-even shows up. So you got to be in a trade, and then of course in the profit to be able to hit the break-even button.
There you go. Nice work.
Same thing on the live account also.
Risk management. Let's see. There's NASDAQ hold. Man, NASDAQ bounced off those 80s. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at these equities. See what we have moving around there. Not much. Walmart up 0.25%. That's the big mover. Tesla up 0.3. The rest is kind of quiet. We got oil at 91. Oil's slowly going up, man. It's as much as everyone's trying to get it to drop on these news and these headlines and this and that. I think ultimately a lot of damage has been done, right? A lot of the supply has been disrupted or slowed down. And we're going into seasonality as well. Seasonality is playing an effect. So we got a little bit of everything. Coaches, make the NASDAQ any sense to you? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Make the NASDAQ any sense to you? Is the feed on the 5-second delay? The feed is on a delay. The feed is on a delay. Don't worry, Coach Jay will be back. I think he went to go restart something. Love this track. NASDAQ sense, no make. Make sense, no NASDAQ. NASDAQ makes sense. No make, no sense in the NASDAQ. Does seasonality apply towards futures also? I thought it was currency. I was talking about crude oil. Crude oil. Seasonality in crude oil. Poem recession. Yeah, we're trying to make sense in the NASDAQ. Trying to make money, make sense. Is $50 profit a good green day, or should I reach for my 150? Hey, $50 is good. $50 is $50. Don't get caught up chasing more money. I mean, think of it. How much does a normal job pay? How much does a normal job pay? We could Google that. But obviously, that's such a broad question, right? Where if we look at, depending on where you live, let's take a look. Average wage in the United States. Yeah. We gotta do hourly, right? Shout it out. Shout out. Hourly, $37. $37 an hour. It depends on your job, your location, where you live. It depends on so many things, but yeah, $30 an hour. That's not bad. That's a good wage. And you made $50. Right? I made $130 the first 15 minutes of this. So always put it in perspective. Don't be chasing what you see on social media. The majority of what you see on social media is BS. Honestly, you see affiliates, switching accounts, screenshots, only showing the positive, talking about all this money they're making. Put it in perspective. It needs to be in perspective. You need to have your own goals, own realistic expectations. Oh, we got you back, Coach Jay. Thumbs up when you're ready.
Good to go. We're good to go.
All right, now markets can start moving again. Yeah, Kevin.
See some sell in NASDAQ now. Just had to go make a call real quick to make sure they we got some market movement here.
Yeah, that big order. You stepped away and the big order went through. It was weird.
I had to take care of some business real quick. Make sure some balance transfers went through.
Show the green, but not the red. Yeah. Yep. That's why you follow your own process. Build your own process. Develop your own trading. And block out all the noise. 24,382. We got the top of the hour in about 20 minutes. NASDAQ pulling back just a little bit. He bought Intel. Yeah, he wanted to go buy some more Intel. No, I had my Intel, my little Intel trade. I'm happy with. Ooh, come
on. Stormer in the chat says, when I'm in the trade, there's no break-even option. Is there an option? No. I don't believe there is an option to turn off the break-even button. What you can do, maybe zoom out on, because TopstepX is a browser-based platform, right? You might be too zoomed in where some of the contents on the page don't load. Maybe zoom out, but I know every time I'm in a trade in a live account in whatever account it is, that break-even button shows up on the down. It shows up on yours, right, Dakota? Don't get into a trade because it's in your live account, but
no, we'll find out next time I'm in a trade. I'm pretty sure I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, it pops up once you're in a trade. Trust me, it's there. So
I'm actually liking this long. Yeah, it's there. It's there. I'm long gold, and there it is, right, just above, right there. BE. Liking this gold trade again. See if we get that breakout through these 30s. I might even add to it. We're going to do a buy stop to add to this. A buy stop to add. Gold is still down 0.5%. So still down $24. We have $24 to go to get to settlement. top of the hour in
Joey,
17
I'm
minutes.
all aura, Joey. I'm all aura, nothing else.
We'll get to the slow markets here shortly. Like I said, if you're new here, go ahead and tag me on the socials. Hashtag slow markets. Make sure I'm tagged in it. There's some traders like, I tagged slow markets, but just tag me as well. That's the fastest way to get to it, is by tagging me. We'll do that here in a moment. Trading comes first, so. Gold at 1 hour. Yeah, we're at a resistance level. We're having a hard time getting through these 30s. So shorts can be valid up here. I'm playing for a breakout above the 30s, which is basically you're buying the highs, looking for it to break out and go higher. If we reverse, it kind of looks silly.
Equity's pulling back just a little bit here. You long one micro right now, Dakota?
Yeah, I'm long one micro from 27. I want to add to a second here. If we could get some buyers stepping in again, I'll try and get in long. Maybe add to this from 26.4. Just trying to manage risk.
Little pop there in oil, right back down. The market looks pretty thin right now. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of gaps in oil's depth of market.
The only thing that's concerning me now is we're just hanging out here, that we could have like a sell-off, run my stop loss, and then bounce. All right, there's my, it added me into the second contract. I'm gonna add a third if we could break through these 30s now. I'm risking basically 150. $150 worth of risk. All right, buyers, let's get through these. Get me into the third contract for a breakout. I'll be happy.
Richard Harris. YouTube traders are like comedy hour. Good entertainment though. Why don't you come and join us? You've been entertaining in the chat for so long. I think it's time we put a face to the name.
We still want you to come on, Richard.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here comes some buyers here on gold. Come on. Don't be shy. Let's get through this.
Oh, Richard Harris, I know you're not talking trash to us. I'm literally saying come on the show. I see your analysis in the chat. It's usually pretty spot on. Try to keep up with it most of the times. A lot of analysis.
Third contract triggered in. Let's get through these highs. I know you can do it, gold. No rejection. Let's just go. Tighten my stop loss a little too much right there. Don't want to see the rejection. Not liking that. Look at all these wicks on the 5 minute. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Trying to get through these 30s. We can gain some momentum if we can. We got about 12 minutes to the top of the hour.
Oil catching a little bit of a bid here. Maybe going to make a high of the session. 91.47 last trade there in oil. 91.55 is the high.
Someone says punish him for longing the top. You can try, spiritual. Spiritual bliss. We could punish people for shorting the rally. Don't really want to. Oh, there's a little bit of momentum. 31s. You see 32s. Oh, 32s. New session highs, maybe. Oh, this is the market punishing me. Ooh. Okay, got out of one right there. Let's tighten up that risk now.
38 was the high of that candle. If gold on a, I mean, we got a lot of time left in the day, but if gold on a daily can close above those 38s, this is a very bullish sign.
Yep, I need to see some follow through. I don't want to see a fake out here. Come on, gold. We still got $20 from settlement if we want to go there. Joke's on you, market. I'm into that. Let's get through this. Come on. All right, that 5-minute candle closed right there. It didn't really have a very clean breakout like that, like the one from earlier, but 40 ticks. Closed out of one contract already, so I got 2 on. All right, let's keep going. There's some follow through into those 30s. I'll take another one off at 36. Oh, I joined the ask. We slapped it and moved. Let's get back up there. All right, we'll try it again. We'll try that again. All right, I'll take that one. All right, tighten up the stop loss. And there we go. Let's get that follow through here on gold. Continue to push session highs. We got the top of the hour in about 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes. Now, this is the type of setup I really wanted down lower to have a runner. I'll just let this last contract work. Just following it up on this 100-tick chart. See how we continue to make these lower highs, lower high, lower high. We'll see about this one if it will hold. I don't really like this going into the top of the hour, but I've already taken plenty of profits on it. Yeah, let's get out of it. Let's get out of that one. There we go.
Nice trade.
Beautiful. See, once again, small size can pay the bills. $285 tonight. Live account. No switching. Yeah, you don't see me switching. Back and forth and back and forth. One day I'm on this one, the next I'm on another. Base hits. And now we watch. Now we wait for another one. Switches get stitches. That's a good one. I like that. Let's see what's the NASDAQ doing. NASDAQ selling off there a little bit. And now we watch. We wait. Top of the hour in about 6 minutes. Phone bills paid. Nah, $285 is expensive for a phone bill. My phone bill's like, I think it's $85.
Yeah, $285 is
Yeah,
a lot.
We got a couple good hashtag slow markets. Remember, it's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. I repeat. Buy at 330s will look nice. Here comes 66.24. What zone on gold are you watching? At the very beginning of slow markets, I do a top-down analysis on NASDAQ and gold. If you missed it, you can always rewatch it. Everything that I do here on YouTube is recorded. So whenever you think something, say, this, you're not being transparent, just go rewatch it. Everything is recorded.
How much do you two pay for haircuts? I pay $35 and add a $5 tip.
Yeah, that's about
last
where,
haircut I got was not $35.
No, that's about where I'm at. Actually, last one I had was $40, and I did a $5 tip. Actually, it was like $6 tip.
Yeah, I think I paid $45. I should check. I need a haircut soon. I need to make an appointment.
Fair enough. $50 in a tip here in Texas. Yeah, I would say $50 and less is about right for a haircut. Between, yeah.
Oh no, I'm done with the days of cutting my own hair. I tried that all through COVID. Wasn't pretty. Had a clipper guard fall off while I was trying to do a fade, and had to end up shaving my entire head. So yeah, we just pay for haircuts now.
Hey,
we just pay for haircuts now.
We got hot towel included. Okay, top of the hour in 4 minutes. I'm just going through some of the hashtag slow markets.
Richard Harris, your mom cuts your hair. It's free cuts.
Free cuts?
Free cuts. Unless you're paying your mom. Which you should. All the money you're making from trading, you should pay your mom. She's cutting your hair.
By the way,
saying their wife cuts their hair. Nice.
Yeah. What is a signals class? Well, that's not what this is. A signals class is people follow others to trade exactly like, if I say buy, then you buy. It's not right. It's not right. That's man, that's like NFT type days. Someone selling signals, something's wrong.
Not really seeing too much else in the markets right now. That's why we're sitting here talking about haircuts. Equities are selling off a little bit here, though.
Yeah, we do have
Actually, let's see.
Top of the hour in 3 minutes. It's kind of what we're waiting for.
VWAP buy here in the NASDAQ potentially, maybe. I'm gonna wait for the top. I'm gonna wait for the top of the hour.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Got your charts back up. And had a blast last night with Braden, everyone. And I'm in talks with him, see if I can bring him back next Tuesday. But only if we get those likes up. Maybe we can do a three-man weave. Me, you, Braden?
I think we should do that. We should do that. We should mix it up.
That'd be fun.
We should mix it up.
That'd be really fun. Yeah, Coach Hoop, he likes to trade for sure. He's a good trader, live trader. All three of us have live accounts. We've had live accounts.
Yep. Should we? All right. We'll do a 3-man weave next week. Myself, Dakota, Braden. If we get to 800 likes before we end the stream.
No. It's got to be 800 likes tonight and tomorrow. So it's
there. You go.
Got to be a little more than just that.
3 live account traders on the stream at the same time. Think so?
Yeah. Where do you get that at? I mean, you got the screenshotters where they just do and say anything for clicks and views, and you never know what's real, what's not.
800, make it 1,000.
No, we'll
organic likes.
We'll do 800 likes tonight and 800 likes tomorrow, and then see about doing a 3-man weave. All 3 of us. Pending Braden's approval, obviously. We're playing hardball tonight. Hey. We don't peddle affiliate codes, so we go for the likes. We gotta do something. Look at gold recovering here. 30 seconds to the top of the hour. Let's see if we got it. Let's get some movement. I got plug my phone in. That's why I have my watch list on.
Top of the hour coming up here. 20 seconds. Let's see if we get some movement.
Someone says I could invite TJR. Who's that?
Gold gonna try to run this high again.
TJR. Is he another? Yeah, there goes gold. There goes gold. A fake guru. Yeah. Well then, you guys don't like him. I wouldn't bring him in. Dang, chat does not like
chat just sees. I think sometimes chat just says something just to get a response.
Get his response.
I don't think they actually mean that. Yeah, I don't think they actually mean that.
Hey, it'd be for pure entertainment. I'm not one to do just things for entertainment.
Am I watching anything right now? I'm watching the equities catch a little bit of a bid here. NASDAQ just did bid off of the 200 moving average on the 30-minute and VWAP. But again, I'm not looking to be overly active in this range, even if I'm just in a combine. I know we were doing at the buzzer earlier today. I had a losing day today. We were doing at the buzzer, and Coach Paul and I were talking about these are market conditions where I've historically gotten chopped up a lot. So I'm not looking to be overactive here. I could see a potential long off of VWAP in this 200 moving average, but with this much overlap, I'm trying to reduce the amount of trades that I'm taking here. But catching a nice little bid here, and oil is selling off. So let's see. 9106 is last trade in oil. Yep. Right back up to the top of the range. Right, and we're just going range to range here. So I think, like Dakota was saying, if you go small stops and widen out, small size and widen out your stops, then there's a ton of opportunity here. But
yeah, we got the top of the hour and the volatility kicked in. Man, see, it's difficult to hold on. It's very hard to hold on to a long through this chop here in gold. If you look at it on the 5-minute chart, like, how do you hold on to a trade, right? Unless it's a very small size and you have a wide stop.
Dwayne Johnson, no, we're not robots.
We are robots.
We are robots.
We are not robots. That's Pepcac air. Man, look at gold just pushing.
The house. Gold is pushing here.
There's 540s gold. Told you. Hopefully you traded it. I told you.
Sounds like something a robot would say.
Sounds like.
No, I'm not a robot.
Looking for trades here. Gold's left the building.
Gold is pushing.
Let's take a look at the NASDAQ.
We're sitting right at settlement in the NASDAQ right now.
Right at settlement? Yeah, we are. Some volatility. All right. NQ short. Someone's looking at NQ short. Man, it's hard to pick a direction on this. You could feels like a coin flip. That random market theory. Anybody study? Anybody trade random? What is it? The random walk. I mean, you look at the NASDAQ chart, and that looks like a freaking random walk.
Yeah, it does.
You tell me. I like crude longs. Trump seems fired up in his speech. NASDAQ short.
Yeah. I'm looking at this NASDAQ market, right? And, you know, the markets are open to 23 hours a day, so you can always place a trade. But what is definitive about the NASDAQ right now? Right? And that's why I like to remind myself in my trades. If I'm going to be placing something, what's definitive about this? And definitive doesn't mean that you're not going to lose. But that random walk, Dakota, this could bid up 50 points or sell off 50 points. And I wouldn't be surprised at either one right now.
No. I agree. It's difficult, man. The only trade that I felt confident in has been the gold long.
Yep.
And
much different trade.
I know Jack was saying this. Now, I'm probably going to say this incorrectly about, what did he say? Asymmetric risk in crude oil, right? The odds of crude going down versus up with all the everything that's going on in the front month contract, where you're better off looking for longs in crude than shorts. But you still have that risk of a headline and then crude sells off. But there's more risk to the upside. There's downside with headlines popping off. It was asymmetrical, I think. Yeah. Don't worry. I see some of your hashtag slow markets you're sending me now. Looking good.
Got some good ones?
Yeah, we got a couple good ones. Yeah, Paul Stone says, like, if you had a position in any one of these markets, which one would you actually fall asleep with? Like, which one would you feel comfortable falling asleep?
Cash.
Other than cash, like maybe oil, right? Like, you know, maybe I'd be okay with having an crude oil long position than anything else. Maybe gold, but still, yeah, anything is a little spooky.
Yeah, hashtag slow markets on X.
Yeah, here it is. I've posted it a few times in the YouTube chat. But there it is, in the YouTube chat. I might even do some special things on there. Coming soon. There might be some good stuff. Whenever I'm not on air, that's where I try and give details. I mean, you get as much as I mean, I do so much for slow markets. Every once in a while, I'll post something. You've seen my one from today where I broke down this, and like here it is. And everyone who joins slow markets, you know exactly this. But like every once in a while,
share your screen code.
Yeah, I'll share in a second. There we go. I'll share something like this on socials, right? This is breaking down a gold trade. I talked about this during slow markets. You can only do so much with one picture, right? You can only do so much with a picture. But here during slow markets, I have the time to break it down, answer questions, and go over it a little bit more in depth. But, you know, picture gives maybe a little general idea of what my thought process was. And then, of course, more in depth, you can see my posts, You know, I was long gold, my Intel trade, and then something that a lot of people don't do, actually maybe one or two other people do, is actually I post the entire broker statement. So you could go through and see the executions, the timing, and all the details of that stuff. Or I post the actual broker statement.
Marcus looking at the Canadian dollar here, looking for a decent setup. It looks decent. It's been pretty aggressive to the downside over the past couple of days. Out of all the currency markets, it's been the heaviest. What I would be looking at on a higher time frame is just the lows of the year, which would probably mean the dollar's making highs of the year. On a 30-minute, we are seeing a little bit of selling coming in here. Here's the first half hour. We got VWAP leaving that range as well. So, you know, you could do something like this and risk above this high. That's $60 at risk right there, right? So it's not the biggest contract in the world, but that would be the trade setup. The only reason I don't know that I love it is because of how far we've come in the past couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised at a little bit of a retracement, especially because we're getting down in this area where we had some consolidation near the lows of the year. So, you know, this looks like some support. So this isn't going to be a really easy level to break through. You can see when we were selling off before, there was not a lot under here, but now we have this to the left that could give us some hesitation. So that'd be the only reason I probably don't take that trade.
Okay.
But if you do it, maybe take it in a practice account. Why am I zoomed out so far?
Yeah, it looks fine to me.
Is that better?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Come on.
Yeah, currencies are underappreciated. There's some great opportunities there. You can trade currency futures here at Topstep, which is nice. Jay, you've taken a few, which worked out really well. Gave you the gold idea call spread. Yeah, well, that's what it is, right? We're talking through ideas. We're talking through like points of view, how to view them, like how we view the market, how I see the market, technicals, what we've learned through the years, and hopefully help you as a trader go from, you know, a sim account, using that as stepping stones to get funded. And it's definitely not, like I say this every single night, and I'll never be able to say this enough, is it's not financial advice, and it's not a signals class. The last thing I want a trader to do is like take what I say and, you know, put risk based off of exactly what I say. Is like, Dakota said gold was going to go up. No, I'm giving technical analysis. I'm giving my opinion. I wouldn't want you to lose money based off of my opinion, but hopefully you can develop your own process and you're able to, you know, put trades on based off your own ideas. Dakota, what am I trading, bro? We're trading gold. Rewind the tape, baby. We had a couple good trades here on gold, bro.
Crude trying to push these highs here, and there it goes.
Crude's pushing high. So, you know, I'll take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ chilling at settlement.
An offer up there at 92s in crude, 122 on the offer. We are still not traded outside of this high volume candle from, when was that? The 24th? Well, yeah, so we had the one yesterday after the close where Israel said there were going to be a ceasefire. And then we had how we started the week. We haven't traded outside of either one of these candles. So this area that we're coming up to here, this 92 area, is right around that 50% of all of this consolidation that we've had.
Okay.
And it's really just been rinse and repeat. You buy it at these lows somewhere near 86s after this candle printed, and you sell it at 92s. Let's see here. Is it actually going to break out of here? I don't know that it would if we don't get a headline.
Fair enough.
Mo says, how long did it take you to get away from the mood swings we experience in trading? You guys always seem so calm and collected. How do we get there? I'm not always this calm and collected, I'll be honest. There are times, I said it, I was actually talking to Braden the other day, last week, with some of the frustrating price action that we've seen. Did I yell at my screen? Yeah. And it's not out of it's more out of a frustration than anything. Right? The mood swings just they get a little less when you do this for long enough. Right? It's just you get accustomed to what the markets are going to do. You get better at managing yourself and your decision making. The mood swings come from unmeasured results, I think, especially to the downside, and they can happen to the upside as well, right? Mood swings definitely happen to the upside. You win your biggest trade ever, you're gonna have a mood swing for sure to one side. So I think the best mode is to try to stay even keeled, right? Try to stay somewhere in the middle, right? You never get too high, you never get too low, because even positive emotions can affect your decision making, right? And all we want to try to do here is make good decisions.
Correct.
And anything that affects that decision making, and it sounds, again, counterintuitive, right? I'm happy, I won money, I made money. I won money, that's a terrible way to put that. I made money in a trade. That could affect your decision making as well. So got to try to remind yourself to stay even keeled.
Go. Getting some of these screenshots. I'm going to go through and review a couple of these hashtag slow markets. Always, whenever you're tagging me, just double check the information you're sharing. Double check it. Let's go through some of them. Here we go. David, squeeze myself into a multiple short setup. Hashtag slow market. Hashtag, I'm assuming that says work from home. There we go. Here's a beautiful one by Headwing. I think I said that right. Following my rules and strategy, 1 to 3 MES per trade. A big thanks to Coach DBA and from the team at Topstep. Hashtag slow markets. There you go. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's a beautiful thing. Just small size, that consistency. I mean, tell me, that's what you want as a trader, especially from this stage. A couple $100 a week, and it builds. It builds. But the more important thing, most important thing out of all this is just building a process that, you know, in a year from now, you're able to scale up to 1 to 3 minis, right? So, love to see that one. JBFX. This was a video clip, 22 seconds long, but I just took a screenshot. Slow markets printing second payout for the month. Bag secured. Nice work. Absolutely love to see it. There goes gold selling off a little bit. I still don't know what DBA stands for. It's my initials. It stands for nothing other than just keep it simple. DBA concepts. Keep it simple. Follow your own process. Follow your own process. Man, look at gold selling off here. Gold selling off here.
That is.
NASDAQ selling off as well. We got some selling pressure. Is crude popping?
It is getting ready to make a high of the day. 91.55's last trade. 91.61 is the high. 6 ticks off of it right now. Not hearing any headlines right now.
Brian says if you AI DBA concepts, it actually gives you an explanation. Okay, I'm good. I'm taking the bait. What is DBA?
Mass Trader Rick, that's not a sell-off in gold. That's just a pullback.
Database administration. No, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Don't. I've worked with a bunch of DBAs in my past life.
I mean, technically, it's like doing business as, right?
Yeah.
and DBA is my initial, and everyone just called me, hey, DBA, because when I was in a bowling league, they couldn't fit my full name, and so they just put DBA. And so everybody in the bowling league when I was little was like, yeah, hey, DBA. Nothing complex. Nothing. Just like key DBA concept. Simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, chat. Roll the rock. Roll the rock. Row Hunter, just follow the social media. Follow social media. I do not know. Yep. And DBA, what stands for? Stands for what? DBA, what stands? Stands what? DBA. Took a long time. I missed those Loom days. Those Loom days. Are you from a VIP team? VIP? DBA, doing business as trading. All right, gold just chilling here. We've been stuck around 45.20s. We got about 10 minutes left. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Ending this. Oh, NASDAQ's continuing to push lower.
I'm looking at a VWAP from 8 p.m. Eastern time in gold. That's where we're sitting at right now. This red line on this chart here. Close below that. Maybe we can see a flush back to 4500s, but let's see. NASDAQ still selling off.
All right, I'm fact checking something, so give me a second. Yeah, I always gotta fact check something before I talk. Yeah, I learned that very important.
Oh yeah.
Dealing with sensitive information. Yeah. Man, half the shit you see online, you just never know. People are so thirsty for clicks.
Attention.
Yeah, attention. You can tell when someone's just, you know, their coping mechanism is to go online and just spill out their emotions.
Yeah. Hey. The internet gave everybody a voice.
For good or for bad.
You have a choice to use it for whatever you want.
Yep.
Ooh,
Thirsty for the truth.
The 30-year here. I'm just scanning markets right now, Chad.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
I don't see a trade, so I'm
doing
looking
the
at the 30-year bonds right now, and this looks like a solid trade setup here. Here's the first 30 minutes of the range. If this was the NASDAQ, I'd be short.
Okay.
Right, we got price and volume leaving this range to the downside, leaving the upper extreme of the range. We had a very similar trade a couple days ago where we saw a pretty nice sell-off. So it's as simple as that. It's just, where is this happening, right? And for me, right, traders are just like, oh, do you see anything in the NASDAQ? Do you see anything in gold? Look at the if I'm going with the same framework that we just did for that 30-year chart, what is the NASDAQ saying right now? Right, it's saying don't do anything. But we look at something like this, and there actually is a somewhat of a trend here to the downside, at least for the last 3 hours. Will it continue? We don't know.
44. Oh man. Yeah, when I first started at Topstep 3 years ago, I just send in to Topstep like a Loom video. And that was throwback right there. Been here for a while, huh? 45 points. Jeff. Nice.
Johnny says I look like I'm scanning for a sniper entry. Definitely not. Definitely not. No.
I mean, we took the trade.
I don't see any. Yeah, we took the trade. The sniper entry was that gold trade we took early. That was the one.
Yeah.
Pretty much both saw the same thing.
Yeah.
There was some flow there. Those are trades I love.
We could have just mic dropped and ended the stream at 15 minutes into it and call it good. You know, I had another one, so maybe not. But still. Dakota, you met MP first, right? Yeah, I met MP in Moab, Utah before I even joined. I'm like, hey, I got an idea. And then I met him in Moab, Utah, and was like, you don't realize the opportunity that happens while the New York session's sleeping. That's how I started Slow Markets. And now we have an amazing community here for slow markets and traders, you know, passing combines, taking payouts, and doing really well. Always love the positive comments. Always love it.
Me too. We need more of that. The internet needs more of that.
Oh yeah.
Coleman Network Marketing. We appreciate you.
100%. Excellent coaches. Just do our best, man. Just do our best. And these markets are really slowed down.
Yes, they have.
Hey, know when to trade, know when not to. Time is an indicator, as we see. We got the bottom of the hour in about 5.5 minutes. We typically see another spike in volatility there. However, slow markets been starting 30 minutes early. So we are coming to the end of the session in about that time.
Are we even close to 800 likes?
Let's see. How close did we get to the 800 likes? Remember, 3-man weave. Me, Jay, and Braden trading it up here on air. It was 800 likes tonight and 800 likes tomorrow.
Oh, we're not even halfway. No man weave.
Oh, damn. Audience don't get it then. No man weave. That's okay. Only 370. Yeah, we're at 400 likes now. Yo, look at my slow markets tweet. You're gonna laugh. Did you tag me? You gotta tag me or else I don't really see it. Just got my like. Hey, Coach Jay, Dakota, Braden, all live accounts. Trading it up during slow markets. I tagged both you and Jay.
I liked it from 2 accounts actually, so we really only need 798 likes.
All right, I'll go in and like it for you. Let me. What tweet? I don't see you tagging me. Do you see what this big?
No, I did not get tagged in anything.
The one with the signs. Yeah, I don't see it.
Hopefully, I don't have you blocked already. I never mind. I'll say that.
I got so many people blocked. It's not even funny.
That was a joke. No, I don't see a tag though. I don't see a tag.
I use the block button more than I use anything else.
Cage trader. Okay, I see this. I do see it. I don't know why the tag never came up.
Send it to me, Jay, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stay. We got 4 minutes to get to that 800 goal. Let's see it.
If there are literal rockets flying over your head, please be safe. Hopefully.
Okay, nice. Yeah, just stay safe. Stay safe there.
Man.
Health and safety comes first before trading. But that's an interesting... Hey, you can trade from anywhere around the world. And here's another example.
Someone was asking thoughts on the NQ. Right now, it's in the middle of the range. We were saying before, it feels like it could catch a bid 50 points here, sell off 50 points. We're sitting right at view up, right in the middle of the range. Could it move? Absolutely. Is there something that I would be willing to put my money behind on the NASDAQ doing right now? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could do it, but it's like picking a racehorse. and not knowing anything about
Not going
not
down
knowing anything
there.
about horse racing.
That was the first and last time I think I'm ever going to bet on a horse, man.
First and last time.
Well, we got a free drink out of it for $2,
We did.
right? $2. We got a drink and a little entertainment while we waited.
Yeah, first and last time though. NASDAQ is selling though, and I could see it trading back down to the low of this range. So my question is, if I get into a NASDAQ trade here, let's remember. You guys remember who is a TopstepTV OG? Who remembers Make Hogue Money? Anybody remember that segment?
That was before I was here.
Anybody remember that?
It was
Make
way
Hogue
before
Money.
I was here.
I'm
Before I
curious
was
who's
here.
been watching that long. Coach Vince, I know you know. I know Coach Vince knows. That's before your time. Who's a real TopstepTV OG who knows Make Hogue Money? Dawn in the chat. Oh, Bell remembers. Yeah, this was a couple years ago. Shows us how much we've grown, right? If a lot of people don't even know about it, it was years ago.
Yeah, it was before I was here.
But Hogue would basically get on a live stream. It was like a Zoom call, I think they were in, and he would just take trade ideas from the chat, right? Like ask the chat about where they would think their stops and things like that would go. Obviously, we probably can't do that now. That is not advised, but it was a thing in the past. But if I got short the NASDAQ here, where would the stop go, right? I would think it has to go outside of the range that's traded so far, right? Dakota's been saying small size, wide stops, so we would go with a micro. But where does my stop go? I could go 2 ATRs, which on a 3-minute, which is 28 points. I could go here, right? That's
Right.
what, $50, $60. I could go above market structure, which is here. That is about $140 that I'm risking. But then also, where's the target on this trade? Right? Traders a lot of times say, oh, you have to trade for 2-to-1 trades. Minimum 2-to-1 risk to reward. If I'm trading here, that there really isn't that. So maybe there is no trade here, or maybe the trade is a potential long. I can make a case for either side right here. And when it starts to feel like a coin flip, maybe we wait. Where real opportunities are, I think, are down here near these 280s for a potential long if we don't see any aggressive volume into it, or selling above 400s like we already saw if we get back up to the upper extreme of this range. But right now, we're literally right in the middle of the range for the day.
There you go. And looks like we are coming to the end of it. We got to 488 likes. The goal was 800 for tonight and 800 for tomorrow. We didn't reach that. Maybe there'll be another opportunity. Me, Jay, and Braden would be able to get on air. But as of right now, it's a no-go. Any last words you want to say to end it off here, Coach Jay?
Trade well, everybody. Manage your risk. Be patient in these markets. Don't try to force anything. We are seeing headline-driven markets that are kind of landlocked right now because of the uncertainties that we see in the markets. It'll clear up once we get some more clarification. But in the meantime, make sure you have an account to continue to trade after this all is over. That's what I got. See you all for the opening call tomorrow. Good stuff, Dakota. Nice trading, gold.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Central, so an hour after the open. And I'm going to be joined by, I think I'm saying this correctly, Carly G. Carly G. And then, of course, tomorrow
Make sure you're
night.
watching tomorrow.
What's that?
I said, everyone make sure you are watching Topstep TV tomorrow, watching Fast Markets. We got a special guest coming on.
Carly G. Special guest. I'll be on. No. It's right before I'm on, so I'll be watching. I will be watching, and then I'll come on after that. But tomorrow night, just going to be me, Thursday. Remember, I was looking for 800 likes tonight, 800 tomorrow, and I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. There's a lot of traders who tune in and rewatch slow markets, so I will check the stream tomorrow, and if we still have 800 likes, I'll consider that good. It's good enough because we have a lot of members and traders who tune in and watch the recording. So if you're watching the recording and you made it this far, you know what to do. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night. And here's the outro.